Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today is episode 6 of NHL 19 franchise mode here with your Florida Panthers as we're going to be heading into the year 2 offseason. As we just went through one of the best playoffs I think we've seen here for the Florida Panthers. Even though we did lose in the first round, we gave the Boston Bruins a fight. In 7 games, we almost defeat them as Jace Howard got that game-winning goal. That will be the most memorable game-winning goal ever as Jace Howard got the game-winning goal. And I screamed Howard Luck so many times, I almost broke my lung pipe. Like, it was unbelievable. I almost killed myself. But Jace Howard, what a fucking goal he scored with just a couple minutes left. He got a huge goal for us, and I'm glad he is on the team for a bit. But this upcoming year is going to be a big year because we got a lot of decisions that we got to make for this team. And off-season wise, the draft is going to be pretty basic. We know what we need to do. We got our draft picks that we want. I mean, we got our 7-1. I think we got our 7-2, 4, 6. Yeah, we got our 7 picks that we need, so that's all we need for this draft. It's practically going to just be a pretty automatic draft. But coming up to free agents, we got Hoffman and Dadonov, who we're going to have to make a very important decision on them, whether we want to keep him or not, which Dadonov looks like he doesn't. We also got to sign Bjorkstrom, who's looking like he'll be a second-line guy. Now, that's going to be a big problem. Do we want to play Bjorkstrom up on that second line this upcoming year, or do we want to keep Mike Hoffman and keep playing him? It's going to be a really big decision this upcoming year. So, really, we're going to have to, I don't know. That's a really tough decision because now how much does Bjorkstrom want? 2 years at $4 million. That's more than a third liner. We know that. That means he's going to be a second to first line player. And the thing about Bjorkstrom is he can score goals. He can pot that puck in the back of the net with 128 shots. And we know Mike Hoffman can also do that with 20 goals last year, who also played really well alongside Trocheck. Now, do you want to get rid of a guy like Vincent Trocheck, who's on a very controlled contract, who at 26 years old? Do you want to get rid of him, or do you want to try Bjorkstrom alongside Trocheck and then also have Mike Hoffman? But then you also have Jonathan Huberdeau, who you're also having to deal with. So we got a lot of big questions this upcoming year. I'm not too sure what I want to do. It's a really tough time here for the Florida Panthers because defensively we're not going to have to worry. Alexander Keenan's, of course, is going to develop. Keith Yandle, I don't know what's going to happen with him this upcoming off season. If he's going to jump up or if he's going to drop off the face of the earth. Hopefully he doesn't drop off and we can stay the overall that we want him to stay at. The thing is will Bjorkstrom jump up? And if we do sign Mike Hoffman, we might have to give him a no trade clause and maybe even a no movement clause, which will have to be a no trade clause. So that means we wouldn't be able to do with anything with Mike Hoffman if we were to sign a no trade clause. And at 30, it's not a bad guy to keep, right? And with Bjorkstrom, it's just you're not getting the playmaker that we need, which we need a playmaker. And with Henrik Bjorkstrom, we're going to need that playmaker to come up and play with those higher guys up. And once Malkin, Malkin's going to be a lifetime third liner. So we got a lot of big questions because Dadonov is going to be gone for sure. Dadonov, we're not going to sign him. He had a good playoffs, but he was just struggling the past 2 years. We need a better player. We need another playmaker. We don't need another goal scorer. So I think we're going to keep Hoffman no matter what. Hoffman is going to be a guy, he's 30 years old. We signed him for that 4 years. It's not a bad deal. Honestly, it's not. He had a decent year this year with 49 points. He's been having back-to-back good seasons. So I think he's a guy that we keep on the team here for a little bit, right? It's not a bad decision. So we're going to sign Mike Hoffman to a 4-year, $6.5 million deal. And we'll see if he signs that. Hopefully he does, and then we're going to have to spin the wheel, which I will be doing that on my phone and actually taking a screenshot of it this time so you guys can see how long the no trade clause will be. Except for that, there's no one really else to really worry about. Mika Shan, just some minor players that we will deal with once we get to the off season. Sergei Bobrovsky and James Reiner, those guys are both locked up. And honestly, all you got to worry about is Henrik Bjorkstrom and what we do with him. Maybe we can make a deal for a playmaker this upcoming offseason with Henrik Bjorkstrom and we pick up a young guy. pending free agents, I don't think there's that many fantastic guys out there unless you have Nicholas Backstrom drops in. We need a playmaker. Sam Reinhart's out there. We could go and pick him up, but does Buffalo really want to trade a guy like that for a guy like Henrik Bjorkström? That's going to be a big decision that we're going to have to make. So let's get to not trade deadline, draft day. And Mike Hoffman signs with the team. So I will quickly set up the wheel decide thing on my phone. And the wheel decision is coming in now for Mike Hoffman. What will his no trade clause be? Or will he have or will he not have a no trade clause this upcoming contract? And it looks like it will be a full blown no trade clause. His entire contract, we're going to be stuck with Mike Hoffman. Not going to complain about it because honestly, Mike Hoffman's a solid player, and if he could stay solid for the next 4 years, I'm not going to complain about it. If he doesn't, then we're going to be pretty screwed, which is going to suck. But Mike Hoffman, in the end of things, he's a good player, and we got him for cheaper at $4.5 million. So honestly, I'm not going to complain about it. We got a good player out of him, so I'm pretty happy about that. So this upcoming offseason, we got a lot of decisions to make with the Florida Panthers, and offensively is going to be a very tough decision. We could go and pick a future defenseman with our pick, or we could go out there and bolster our core with a good trade. Now, I wouldn't mind doing that, but we need a future defenseman on the team in the minors to help breed those other prospects. But anyways, Chicago Blackhawks are your Stanley Cup champions coming into the 2019-2020 year. Detroit will be winning the lottery as they'll be picking number 1. And of course, the Edmonton Oilers, number 2. And Columbus will be number 3 after losing Sergei Bobrovsky and so many other players. They're pretty down in the dumps right now. So Michael Camilleri has retired, as Roberto Luongo finally has retired. No, he's not. He's still playing hockey. So Roberto Luongo is still in the NHL. I don't think Florida Panthers have any retirees. So I think we're good to jump into things. That's a lot of scouts, new scouts. And we also got to hire scouts this upcoming year. So the draft is coming up. And like I said, we would be picking around the 15th or 16th spot. So we'll be picking the 17th with this upcoming draft pick. So what do we got coming for that 17th overall pick? Do we got anyone special? Anyone that we should look for? We said Tumu Filppula is one guy. Noah Gunler is also another guy. But there's no defenseman that's going to take my eye unless you go after Niittymaki, who has straight A's across the board. Wow, Ramo Niittymaki. That is a guy to look for. A guy that's straight A's across the board, that's lethal. That is absolutely lethal. So let's jump in the draft. Let's see what we got for this upcoming year. We know that Bjorkström is going to jump up to a top tier guy. And I will check the awards right after we do the entire draft here. Because this is big. There's a lot of big moves that are going to be going on here. Okay, so we got Barkov, Huberdeau, Dadonov, Trocheck, Hoffman, Hepanainen. Now, Dadonov's not going to be on the team, so practically you got Trocheck, Hoffman, Hepanainen. Bjorkström's looking like he's going to jump up. Where did Malkin go? He's a depth forward now? And how much did we sign him for? Okay, yeah, he's a free agent this year. Anyways, so Bjorkström is going to be a quick question. He's going to want a lot of money, and he's a good player for our fourth and third line, but we got guys like Owen Tippett and Jace Howerlock who played great, and Lamico. We got some depth pieces that could definitely take over those roles for the upcoming year. And we could go after a big guy and make a huge trade for this team. And you can take a look. We got a lot of top 6 defensemen as well. Jeez. Yeah, okay. We're turning into a better team year by year. So let's see what we can find for a guy that can pass the puck, who can dish it out to other teammates, and somebody that could play some really, really good hockey for the, oh my god, for the Florida Panthers. My lord, I had a massive brain fart. I didn't see anyone there. You got Nick Filoni, but he's not exactly what I'm looking for. Ryan Dzingel, left winger, 57 points. I don't know about him. He was an assist man this year, 15 to 42, 200 shots. That's more like Huberdeau's type of area of shots, if I'm sure. If we take a look at Huberdeau, how many shots did he take? He took 143. So Dzingle's still a shooter, but he could also pass that puck, which wouldn't be a bad idea. Dzingle's to keep in mind from Detroit. Williams, Ulsner, Delzato, Peary. You got Ben. No one really. Coming up, you only really got Dzingel. Couture, but he's 31 years old, so not someone that I really want to go after. Kachuk, Mitch Marner. Oh. You're talking about a player that would really boost up your team, and a big deal would be Mitch Marner. That's just too much. We never be able to pick up. Oh, look who is that? Jonathan Marchessault. Now, he used to play for the Florida Panthers way back when they were stupid and got rid of him. Now we have a chance to get that redemption and pick him back up for $5 to $5 mil. That's not that bad for Jonathan Marchessault. How well did they play last year? Did they even play that good? 29-23. No, they didn't have the best year. Jonathan Marchessault, 5 for 5 at 29 years old, a second liner to play alongside of a guy like Barkov and Hepanainen. His last 2 years have been pretty good assist-wise. You put him along some guys that can do something. Jonathan Marchessault would be a perfect pickup for the Florida Panthers. Now, who would we throw in this deal? And the first guy is Bjorkström. You're giving them a young centerman, which honestly they need that. They don't got very much centermen. They do got Cody Glass, but they don't got anyone else. You give them Bjorkström, a young guy that can develop into a very, very nice player for them. I think that's a player that they really need. Now, yes, they do got a lot of second liners, but they don't got very much first centermen. They got Carlson and Stastny. Carlson's not even signed. So you give them Bjorkström for Marchessault, of course. That's not it. We'll give them a pick. Not this year. We'll give them next year's first-round pick. Because we know we're going to be in the playoffs. So Bjorkström, Marchessault in a first. And we will also give them a half-decent prospect as well. And Prizaganov. And we can pick up another pick this year. We'll just see if we can. And a fourth-round pick. Will this go through? And yes, it does. Bjorkström for Marchessault, that is a huge deal, as Jonathan Marchessault is coming back to your Florida Panthers, and that is a deal that we need to make, and now our forward core is all ready to go for this upcoming year. You got some really, really good players, and I know we traded away one of our young players, but I wanted to make this core better for right now, and you got Owen Tippett, who's developing into a very nice player, and who knows, maybe you could trade Marchessault later on. But I want to keep this core together for a long time. We got a lot of good pieces now. I mean, you got Hepanainen, who's 21. Hoffman, who's 30. Trocheck, who's 26, 29, 27, and 24. That core of players can be together for a long time. So we'll have to see how this all works out. Now we could do another deal. And we can do... do you guys want... Should we move up? I don't see any good defensemen that are taking my eye. And Jaden Marcox, nah. So we'll wait to make another deal. But for right now, we're going to sim up to our next pick here in the first round, which we said that we would pick that hell of a good defenseman in Ninemaki, who's straight A's across the board. So that's the guy that we're going to be targeting, Ninemaki. Now, there's a lot of good players up in here, but I don't think Ninemaki takes that cake. He's a straight A kid. I mean, look at that. The only thing that's a B is the puck skills. And he's a right-handed defenseman. I know we're already bolstered up on that area. But, I mean, you have another guy that can maybe replace Keith Yandle. That's perfect. That's a player that we need on the team. And Ramo Ninemaki will be coming to your Florida Panthers. Another Finn. Man, we're going to be a Finn team, man. We got Hepanainen, Barkov, and now Ninemaki as well coming to the Florida Panthers. The team is getting better and better each and every day. Now, is there a good guy? Because we don't have any second-round pick. Maybe we move up to the second round. Is there anyone that's special on my radar in the second round? Because we need a goalie. A goalie is very important to me this draft. Because there's nothing that special that I'm seeing. Justin Barron is like a 2A defenseman, like a lockdown defenseman. Anyways, am I seeing anyone that's super duper special in the second round that I'm be willing to move up? Doughty? Francis Doughty, 42nd overall. Yeah, you know what? I'll move up for that pick. 42nd overall, for sure. San Jose's, where is their pick at? 41st. They don't want to trade their pick, though. We can go for New York. Do you guys want to trade away your pick? We need a near 42nd. So let's take a look at what we got for picks. New York Islanders barely have any picks. 37th, but we need near the 42nd. Right on the dot, but we need at least a little bit of leeway here, so we're not gonna get ripped off with that pick, right? We want to get a good pick here. 59th. We need near 42nd. Nothing there. Nothing. 53rd. 36th. They want to get rid of their pick. Yes, we will do that. And Ducks, so we'll trade you guys our 3rd and the 4th of this year and next year's. Yeah, can we do that? And then we're going to have to add another pick in as well. A 4th of next year. So four fourths, or a 4th and a 4th for a second round pick. So you're getting more picks now. That's what I thought. So we'll do you guys a 2nd of next year, which is a picks per pick. For also one of your prospects. It's a guy that's not very big. Termashev, 76 overall. Sure, will that go through? No, it does not. Okay. Let's do that and that then for that. There we go. We'll also have to trade another pick later on. So we got to set that 2nd round pick that we wanted for Stastny. Now, will he be up on the board? So he moved up, and he is. Stastny is right there. I don't want anyone else. I'm not going to... Oh, do we... Stastny is one of the more better-looking players. He's a sniper. Could be one of our future right-handy guys. 5'9". Doughty will be coming to the Florida Panthers with our 2nd pick of the draft. Honestly, that's a very strong draft already. Ramo, Ninamaki, and Doughty are already off to a good start. Now, this is where... Yeah... We're just going to trade this pick for next year's pick because there's nothing too special with this pick here. So we're just going to trade it for a next year's pick. So a 4th. Right, that's the pick that we have right now. Or is it the 95th? Yeah, it's the 95th. We'll trade that pick for next year's. No, they don't have a 4th. Arizona, we will trade you that for that next year's 4th. There we go. I don't care if they feel guilty. We get a pick for next year anyways. Will just give us anything else. Eric Davies. Elite goalie. I think we're going to pick the elite goalie and Eric Davies. We need a goaltender. 915. He had a great year in the United States. So let's pick up Eric Davies, the 19-year-old hybrid goalie. Let's pick him up, Eric Davies. So that takes up our goalie pick. Next up for the Florida Panthers. Who else do we got? Oh, man, that's getting rough. I think we're going to pick one of the better-looking players in Mika Lukkanainen. We'll pick him up. Finn and everything. I mean, we're going to build a pro Finn team with Barkov and Hepanainen already. And now Ninamaki added to the team. Oh, my God. Jeez Louise, man. This is garbage. It started off strong, and it's kind of going dry now. So we'll just pick up a centerman, I guess. Cameron Peters. We'll just pick him up. Nothing really we can do right now, man. We just got to keep going through this painful draft. A 5th for 2. No. We're going to keep our picks here. We can't trade for 2 picks anyways in the first place. Kovac. Oh, my God. Why is this so garbage, bro? I guess we'll pick Darcy Kovachuk. That is really garbage. This is a garbage draft. So we got our 2 defensemen. We got everyone. And we just get that free pick with our last pick of the draft here in round 6. Wow. You're going to screw me over like this where there's like no one good? Yeah, I guess you guys are, eh? Alright, whatever. Whatever. We'll pick the Ruslav Semin Russian. He'll be coming to the Florida Panthers. And we'll just be done with this draft. That was horrible. I mean, we did get some good picks from Ninamaki. And also, the deal of the trade deadline was picking up Marchessault. He will be coming to the Florida Panthers. So that is huge. Now, before we keep heading on, we got to take a look at the awards and everything for the this past year. So the Chicago Blackhawks are your Stanley Cup champions. Once again, Boston Bruins are the best team in the NHL. Chicago versus Montreal, Canadian team had a chance to win the cup, but they didn't this year. So John Tavares wins the Art Ross and Hart. James Norris goes to Ivan Provorov. Nate McKinnon wins the Lady Byng. And Hepanainen wins the Calder. I mean, look at that list. You have Panarin, Matthews, Barzal, Pedersen, and now Hepanainen along with that list. That is a huge list of good Calder winners. Corey Crawford wins to Colin Smythe. Vezina goes to Carter Hart and the William Jennings. Tyler Myers wins to Bill Masterson, one of the worst defensemen in the league. Frank J. Selke goes to Patrice Bergeron. Ted Lindsay wins to John Tavares. And the Maurice Rucker-Richard goes to Johnny T. He had a wonderful year in Toronto. He was ripping it up. I don't know what the hell he was on. He was on some good steroids or something, man. He was ripping it up for the Toronto Maple Leafs. 88 points. That's good for him. Good for him. Now, let's head on the contract screen, see what we got to do for the Florida Panthers. There's a lot of decisions that we got to make. And first up, if getting down enough, we have no more space for him. So, we got the roster set out. We know what we got. We got Marchessault back. Now, the first time will be Hepanainen, Barkov, and Marchessault. Huberdeau, Hoffman, and Trocheck. Donskoy Melgen dropped down to a depth forward. Now, I really loved his play last year. He had 30 points, and he did really well defensively. So once again, we're going to throw him. Man, it's a cheap deal. We could even go better with a third liner. And you also got Owen Tippett. I feel like right now, Dennis Melgen, we're going to sign Dennis Melgen as he's a depth guy. We'll sign him for just a year at 8.75. That's going to be a tough decision on what we do with him. Lamico, he's going to probably be a fourth liner for life, so we'll sign him anyways. Hunt, we'll sign him for a year at 8.50. Howard Luck, of course, we're going to keep him. He's going to keep playing on the fourth line for the rest of his life if he's going to be that big of a clutch player here for the Florida Panthers. Klimchuk, Bladisol. We'll just let all these guys go into the free agency. Repo, we'll sign him. We'll sign a couple of these guys, just a line's worth of guys. Haiku and Klimchuk. There we go. Hapala, Noel, yeah, we already got him to a deal. I think that is really it for people there. Defensively, Mikoshin. Now, he's been good defensively. I know he kind of had a rough year this year, but he didn't do too bad. I think he's going to be a guy that we bring back to the team. He's a solid defenseman for a top 6 guy, so we'll bring him back to the team. 1.3 for 2 years. Keenan's as well. And I will be right back. I just got to go and do something. Alright, I'm back. Sorry guys about that. So, defensively, I'm hoping that Alexander Keenan jumps up and hopefully plays better than what he did last year. Because, honestly, he didn't do that bad. 48 to 31 for giveaways to takeaways. He had a good year. And in the playoffs, he also had a good year as well. Just one bad costly penalty and one bad takeaway. Honestly, Alexander Keenan's not that bad, and he should jump up to be a top 4 guy this upcoming year to play either alongside of Matheson or Keith Yandle. Hopefully, he stays at that overall at an 86. And goaltending-wise, you got Sergei Bobrovsky and James Reimer, who shouldn't be that bad, and Legace will sign to another year, since we're not going to really have to worry about that. Otherwise, Pissick, we're just going to let him go. Well, he wasn't doing that well anyways. We'll just let him go. And Dotchin and Lebonski. We'll give... No, never mind. Not him. Mackenzie Weegar's also a top 6 defenseman, so we'll just get rid of him as well. Let some other team take him. And we'll assign some new top 6 defensemen to the Florida Panthers. And I think that is really it. I want to sign this guy because he could develop into something. And that's really it. I think that is it for free agency. Nothing that was too big. No one that we really need to sign to a big contract. I mean, we did that with Mike Hoffman, who's to a full-blown no-trade clause, which is kind of a bummer. We know that. We got $13 million in our pockets. What do we do with it? Honestly, though, what do we do with those $13 million? We had that conversation last year. What do we do with that $13 million that we had last year? It's going to be a pretty big question. So I don't think we're going to have to sign anyone else. Feel like I'm forgetting somebody, but we're not, as we got mainly everyone that we want to sign. Now let's get this in the free agency, and practically that's where we're going to stop the video, because we've been going on for a while. It's been a long draft. We got players that we needed with, of course, Jonathan Marchessault and finishing up our course. So before we head into the free agencies, what are our needs for this upcoming year? What do we got? What do we need? So let's take a look at that all right now. So, forward-wise, we got the top 6 all set out and ready to go. Donskoy is our only good third liner, and that's all we have for our third line. Now, we could hope for Owen Tippett to jump up, and he probably will. As a 78 overall, he will probably jump up, and he was playing fantastic in the playoffs for us, and he was playing really good in the AHL with 54 points. So, I believe he's going to be playing on that third line alongside Donskoy, but we need that good defensive two-way guy to play that centerman position. Fourth line, we got Lamigo, we got Skirbo, we got Howard Luck, we got Malgin, we got Hunt. We got tons of players for the fourth line. Defensively, do we need to pick up a top 4 defenseman? Is going to be also a big question. Ninemaki, whoa, hang on a quick second. Ninemaki's a top 6 defenseman. Never mind, we don't need to do anything with our defense, man. Wow. Ninemaki's already a top 6 defenseman. Already. So we got Ekblad, Matheson, Yandle, Ninemaki, Mikashon, and Keenans. That is a stacked defense core. I thought Ninemaki was going to take a bit to develop, but he's already a ready defenseman. And that's going to be a big hole right now as Keith Yandle's stuck to a 3-year fucking, no movement clause, man. That is the biggest bummer of this team, is that we're stuck with Keith Yandle. And he's going to be stuck on that top 4 for a bit. Hopefully he drops down before Ninemaki jumps up to a top 4. But wow, that is huge for the Florida Panthers as we get a top 6 already, which is awesome. So one more thing, and I'm sorry guys if you're hearing the guitar playing in the background. My brother is playing on his guitar. So anyways, let's take a look at what we got in the free agencies. We need to build like an entirely new third line practically. We got Owen Tippett, so we don't really need to worry about much. We just need to get a third line centerman, and that's it. So you got Nemestankinov, who is a playmaker for that third line, who is very good defensively, and he had 38 points last year. He's like a Dennis Melgen, just better, and he's going to take up some salary cap for us. So that's a big question. What do we do there? We are pretty set for next year. It's going to be pretty automatic next year. We know what we need to do. We got all the players that we need. We got a huge draft. We picked a guy that's already NHL ready in Ninemaki, and that's awesome. We just need to fill out that third line a bit, and honestly, we're all ready to go for next year. So in the next video, we're going to do free agencies. We're going to sign all the scouts that we need in the next video. We're going to finish up the rest of the offseason. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Adios, amigos.